Hey everyone, hope you're all excited for EB02 coming out very soon. One deck that I'm very hyped to check out is Zoro Sanji because of the insane card draw we get from Vivi. This new SR from EB02 on play, if your leader is multicolored and you have 5 or less in hand, you draw 2 cards. The fact that we continuously bounce this back with leader, just digging for more cards, I think is really cool. I'm checking out a 7 Warlords package. Even without the Jinbei, I think this is still a pretty consistent package for the deck. Still very fun. There's a lot of ways you can build Zoro Sanji, a lot of great cards that can utilize their effect. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy these deck profiles, and let me know in the comments what leader you're looking forward to the most in EB02. Also, if you want to support this channel, make sure to check out the TCG player affiliate link in the description if you're going to be buying any cards for the game. Clicking the link just helps support me. And I have a coupon code for Nen Garden. If you want any playmats, you can use code StrawHatPecan for 5% off any of their playmats. Like the Whole Cake Island one that I've been using for my locals videos. Very nice, very detailed stuff. Check it out in the description. But let's get into it real quick. If you're unfamiliar with Zoro Sanji, it's a Don ×1 when attacking. Once per turn, you may return one of your cost 2 characters to your hand. Restand one of your characters with 7,000 power or less. Basically, you can get 2 swings out of 1 character by bouncing something back to hand. Obviously, there are some very good 2 cost, 3 cost things that we can utilize in a deck like this. Sugar is another card that is a 2 cost that we don't have in this list, but I've used before and it's very good. But primarily our targets for our leader ability are Buckin, Mihawk, Vivi, Duval, right? So about 16 targets for the leader ability. And although, you know, Hody as our first card can't be restood, he is just super good for finishing on games. Getting into the list, we got 3 Hody, 4 Carrot. Just very nice to lock down 2 cards with her when attacking. It's not once per turn. Is a key part to look out for cards when you're building Zoro Sanji. Noticing when a thing, an ability is once per turn or not, like Carrot is not, but Cavendish is. For Mihawk, great 2k counter, plays out. If you have 2 or less characters, you can play out a slash type character with a cost of 4 or less other than Mihawk rested. Important to know, other than Mihawk. So we do run the 2k counter Mihawk, so we can't cheat this one out. But we have the Weevil, which is very nice to play off of it. 4 copies, just a 4/6 draw 1. Vivi, of course, we went over, our new card for the deck. I want to try out this Boa as it's another slot that would have been Jinbei, most likely, if we were running the original 7 Warlords package for this. But this is a 4/5/1 blocker. It's searchable because it's 7 Warlords and has Don ×1 when attacking, and on block, draw 1 card if there's 5 or less in your hand. So obviously it's not once per turn. So if you have a very low hand size, it's a way to draw 2 cards per turn with your lead ability, restanding this to swing again. We got the Croc 2k counter, rested Don on play. You can bounce back a 2 cost or lower to the owner's hand. So that is one way we can get back our Sengoku Searcher, which is our searcher for the deck for 7 Warlords, 4 copies. We have 4 copies of Buckin, a 2 cost that plays out a 4 cost or lower Edward Level from your hand rested. Very nice to cheat out our 4/6 or even this 4/5/1 Edward Weevil Don ×1 attacking. You can bounce back a cost 3 or less to the owner's hand. Very nice to get our Sengoku back to hand like that to search again, or maybe even our Vivi if we bounce something else with lead ability, or, you know, one of our opponent's chump blockers or something like that. We got 3 Cavendish, just more card draw for the deck, even though it's not once per turn. It is once per turn, so you can't do it like twice. It's still good to help us cycle out our hand. We don't have the 0 cost to get rid of bricks. Cavendish is just nice. He's a 4/6 with a very good ability, right? So even though we don't get that twice, it's still just a very good card. We got the 2k counter Mihawk. This isn't once per turn either. So Don ×1 when attacking, draw 2, trash 2, so more cycle. And then our last card is Duval, a 2 cost blocker. I really like because it's a blocker, and also it's an on play. Look at the top 3 of your deck, placement any order, top or bottom. We could slot in the Rosinante blocker as well, but I just like that it's an on play for this one. And we're really just looking to hit our opponent's life pretty hard and pretty fast. This deck, it's not the best, but it's very fun. And like I said, with EB02, we get a lot more card draw with the VV, and set 10 gave us Cavendish too. And it's fun to change around, experiment with different lists. Obviously, the deck to beat in set EB02, green, purple Luffy. A little bit tricky, right? It's another very fast kind of spit out bodies aggro deck. So probably just outright better than this. You know, I'm not saying that this is going to beat green, purple or be best deck in format or anything like that, but it's fun to check out with some of the new support, right? So let me know what you think of the list. Obviously, there's a lot of different changes you could make. I'll have a video linked in the description of my other list for EB02, Zoro and Sanji. If you want to check out another list, it wasn't 7 Warlord style. And let's get into some games. We got Luffy. So there's a few different curves that I like. We're going second, so finding a Mihawk and a Slash character would be preferable. That's really good. So on our 4-Don turn, we can play out Mihawk, play out Weevil, right? And then with our last Don, we can bounce back Mihawk to hand while restanding Weevil so that he can't be just swung into. Obviously, you know, he could remove it. He's just a 4/5 at the end of the day, but that is my early game strategy. If you're going first, basically the same thing, but with Buckin to cheat out any Weevil. We run 8 copies of the 2 different Weevils. Plays out the Jack. Don -1 when attacking. Your opponent trashes 1 card from their hand. I don't like that. I don't like that. But honestly, that's fine because we have VV, so I can just refill my hand size with that. And that'll keep him off of Don, I guess. The unfortunate part is that we have to play out our characters first to get the effect, obviously. So we had to swing at life with the risk that something could have gotten rid of our Weevil. But not used to seeing the Jack, so we are going to lose a card here, which sucks. What do I want to get rid of? Oh, okay. But still, if he uses the Jack, that'll set him back. I'll take Hody. Definitely not going to get rid of the Hody. Oh my god. He's just playing straight up mean. Like just card removal. Ouch. We'll get rid of a carrot since we have 2. Yeah, and then we don't have to counter out of it. I can play out the carrot so I just don't have to deal with it. Yeah, we'll just do that. It's fine. So we'll keep you rested. And also it's nice to get the carrot out early so that you can freeze 2 things, right? 5 Don. So he can't put a Don on leader and use like Sanji to KO this, which is nice, but also I have no idea what he's running in his deck. I'm very interested. He's running just every your opponent trashes a card. Unironically, like such a big counter to like our new support, right? Like the fact that we're able to draw so much is what kind of helps us. But, you know, wild to see. Hopefully we can counterbalance that with just replaying VV. Hopefully this doesn't get hit right out of like a hand snipe, right? That's so interesting. I like 5 of us. I'm not at risk for law. What am I at risk on? I don't really want to. I don't know. Just a 5, but I don't want to over counter. We're going up to 8. I could play out VV twice, but I'd rather play out Cavendish and then VV. I don't know. I'll counter because we're going to play out VV and then draw next turn with Cavendish too. I think staying a little low. Okay, just Zoro. A little low. on hand size is okay. Another jack. Oh, jeez. Okay. So we'll go... We have to just swing 6. That's fine. So we'll swing 6, keep you locked down. And then we'll go VV. Cool. Go 6. Bounce back. Good carrot again. Another VV. Cool. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of counter. Do I swing with it again, or do I leave the carrot stand? No, we'll swing again, because we have another carrot. Just keep him double locked down. And he blocked out that pretty quickly, so I'm assuming he doesn't have a lot of counter. What does the hogback do for you? Oh, Thriller bar card. Was it character or just card? Card. So there is rude. The Thriller bar card that just trashes a card from your opponent's hand. It's a 2-Don event, so I think that's the target for the right. We'll go 1k if he's not going to commit a lot of Don. That's fine. That's a big swing, so yeah, let it go. And then we'll have to trash a Hody, which really hurts, but you know, it is what it is. We'll be able to get more cards back with our other VV. And I guess we'll just lock down. If he swings with this jack, we'll just lock this one down and swing at the other one. Right? 8 Don, so we can go 7 at this. Hody. And I'll take 2 Don open. Interesting. So let's go 7. I meant to bounce back VV. That's fine. We'll keep VV on the board. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we'll keep you locked down and play out another VV. Okay. This deck is actually crazy. 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand. I mean, this is annoying as all my cards. Oh my goodness. Like, trashing is... At least we have the way to kind of counterbalance this, right? A Thriller Bark, also Perona, right? Yeah. So Frankie, he draws 2. I mean, we just go for game next turn. Honestly, we probably get it. 2 cards in hand. 5 of us. Counter 1. Let's see if he swings 5. Okay. Okay. 2. I kind of want to play out a block. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's the craziest snipe. My Hody, really? All right. Let's go here. Pick this Weevil up. We'll draw a bunch of cards. Cool. He doesn't have anything, so we'll go here. Freeze you. It's crazy. All right, let's go. 7 in life, I guess. We might have just been able to... Nah, I don't know. We'll bounce you back. Restand you. I guess I didn't need a swing at the Zoro either. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it takes. Swing there, boom. The fact that he hit the Hody is like crazy. I don't know. It's fine. We're just gonna hope to win on the next turn, right? 2 life, 2 swings on my opponent's board. We have a blocker. I don't know what rush card he could run. I mean, there's a lot, but who knows with this kind of a build what you're doing. I mean, I respect the I respect it, you know? And he's running the Luffy that makes you trash too. Holy. So yeah, he's running the Thriller Bark event. That's so annoying to deal with. Just a 2-Don to get out of 1 card. And then I guess you can get that back with Hogback too, right? Interesting. As long as we have like 2 things on the board to swing, bounce something back, right? We'll see. Like I said, very fun matchup, very fun concept, you know? But maybe he doesn't have an out, I don't know. Only 3 cards in hand, 1 life. He can't clear my board if he doesn't have... I mean, he can get rid of a carrot. Yeah. That's fine. We'll leave the Duval as something to swing with or bounce back, right? Like, anything at this point can help us go for lethal. The fact that we had to give up... we lost 2 Hodies, though, is... and we only run 3 in the deck. And we know it's not coming up unless it's out of life. We'll see what happens. 6, 7. We'll take. Okay, we got a 2K. Okay. Using KO. Okay. Alright. 3 Don open is actually crazy. We might just try and clear his board. So let's go 7 here. Bounce back. Restand nothing, but just we have more counter in hand. And then we'll freeze again with carrot. The fact that he had 3 Don open scared me. I don't know what to expect from it. And he KO'd my Weevil, right? So I had nothing to swing with besides... I said anything could be lethal, but you know. We could have attached like 5 Don here, swung twice. We'd had 3 swings. Probably still had it. I don't know, but I'm so scared. I have no idea what his deck is, so I'm just terrified of what the 3 Don of the Don was for. I'm gonna counter out here. Because 1, I want to keep my 2 cost for leader ability. Oh. Another one. Okay. 5 Don. Don't know what it's... I'm just scared. I don't know what it is. We'll just go for it, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. It's a lot of Don, but it's still just 2 cards. I don't know. We'll bounce back and go 7. He's got me shook and scared. He Giants. Okay. Trashes that. Still need that. Okay. I don't know. If he Giants again... And he's at 8 Don. Okay, jeez. Chi-Chi. Scared me. Crazy deck profile. What did he have? Ragnarok. Okay, cool. Yeah, really interesting deck. Ooh, we got Vegapunk. Actually, another bad... I think if he just gets a lot of the 5-drop Namis to clear a board, that could hurt us a lot. We're going... she's not Slash, though. So we don't have a great character to play off of the Mihawk. I guess we'll still keep just a... Because we have Duval, so that can help us, too. Let's see what he plays out. Ooh, nice. Yeah, Vegapunk, I'm very excited to play Vegapunk for EB02. Another great deck. Fun leader. Getting this card definitely helps the deck, for sure. Trashes... Why did you have to trash again? Because of this card? And then... Okay. Other Vegapunk, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. And if your opponent has 2 characters or less, discard 1 card. Interesting. Weirdly punishing. We're gonna keep this at the top. Buckin's super nice to get with the Weevils coming up. So on our 4 Don, we're gonna draw into this, and then we'll play it out with Mihawk and this. Yep. Seems good. So hopefully with our like 6k swings, 7k swings, we'll be able to like clear his board, pressure his hand size. I'm just worried about like getting hit with the Nami over and over and over again. Even Luffy, right? See, that's what I'm talking about. It's, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully they just don't see the rest of them. 7 will take. No stage though, so it doesn't get restood, but you know. We'll go here, play out you, swing this, bounce that back, restand that. I really have to stop speaking things into existence, because every time I'm recording these, I'm like, yeah, it'd be really bad if my opponent had this, and then they have that, you know? 6 at us. We'll counter 2 so they don't have any information on our hand. We can carrot next turn too. It would be really good. Really nice if we didn't have... We have 3 carrots. I think I'm just going to rely on carrot this matchup to kind of... See, please don't be another Nami. Please don't be another Nami. Okay, that's fair. We can't KO the Nami then. So we could... no, because then he just bring it back out, right? But maybe he wants to bring out the blocker. Maybe he prioritizes that over that, right? Swing 6 here. We're hoping to get it with 2 6K swings. I could play out the carrot, bounce it back, right? Just don't have it. Just don't have it. Just don't have it, please. Don't have the 2K. Yay. Okay. Play carrot out. Boom. All right. So we've gotten a little bit of his resources out. Okay. Yeah, this deck, like, it's... I feel like our worst part is if our 2 cost or our first character that we play out is disrupted, right? Sure, because there's no other swings coming at us this turn, and then we can keep both of them rested, so we don't even have to worry about Nami being reused if we just keep them both rested. So he has to trash a card. That's really good, right? For us, at least. This is so perfect. So we're gonna go Bucking into Weevil. We're gonna go Dawn there. Do I even need to attach a Dawn? 5 Dawn left. I can play a Bucking again and a Vivi. Yeah, let's... Bam. We're gonna go super wide this game. See what he brings out. Blocker. What does he play? He doesn't have to trash. Okay. We'll go 6. Bounce. Stand. Okay. We're gonna go freeze. Nami out of life is rough, but we're gonna go Buck into Weevil to Vivi, draw 2. Cool. So all he has is blockers, which still 6K swings. And he does need to get rid of my board. That's the 3rd Nami. Kind of what I was worried about. The Vivi target is interesting. Valid, because that is kind of like my engine for draw, right? We'll go nothing. And hope he doesn't commit a lot. 8. We get out of with 2 and 1. Stage. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have 6. Dawn, we want to play out Carrot. Let's go 7 life. He only has 2 blockers, 1 life. We need another swing. But now we have Hody, so that's good. Does that do anything for you? Or not really? Seven. These are kind of like perfect swings to get these out of the way. Then we'll keep you rested. That doesn't do as much because this will restand one of them. Right, but we have Hody now, so that's good. And he's kind of have to force the swing here again. Yeah, definitely smart to get rid of the Vivi, I'd say, for this. Gets the cycle 2K counter. But the fact we got him down to 1 card in hand, definitely not where you want to be. 8. We can save. Really depends on what he wants to do. I think that helps because then he probably will have to commit more down here. Okay, he doesn't have another blocker. Yeah, and we had Hody. So GG. Fair enough. Luffy, let's see. So we are going second. I think this is perfect because we have Cavendish and our Mihawk. Bucking on anything? No bucking. So we'll just pass. That'd be really nice if we had like a 6, the 4-6 Weevil. 5 of us. We'll still probably just take. Draws a Zoro. Ooh, that can rest our Cavendish and swing into it. 7 will take, but we have counter now, I guess. Carrot definitely, I feel like, is the MVP for this matchup, and like almost every matchup that we have, right? Because even if he buffs up the Sanji pudding, we can still get him. Ha ha ha. Well, ha ha. 6, he takes. Ramps. That's rough for me. Sanji pudding. Yikes, yikes. Yup, gets that, so he can swing 6 if he plays out that Zoro and rest this, right? Yup. 6 will give you a 1k. I guess the Weevil. But now he can't swing anything. Okay. We'll go draw 2, trash 2, or trash 1. Trashing a Buckin, I think, at this point. Gives us a 2k. We're going to go here, no ability, and play out Carrot. Hopefully just keep his whole board locked down with Carrot, and then maybe just finish off with Hody. We have a couple of 2Ks to defend ourselves this turn. He'll most likely want to swing into the Cavendish, so that kind of gives him a 6K target. You know, he has the Sanji pudding, but we'll give 2K, 1K. No VVs so far, which is unfortunate. Gets another stage out. Can't buff with this 8, could he? He's at 7, I'm at 6, so he can't buff with the stage. Not that it actually would have mattered if he could have done it twice and made it a 9 cost, then it can't be rested, but just 6 will give 1. I'm willing to defend this for if he's not going to do big enough swings. Then he uses lead ability, buffs up, and he can swing again at it. I think we'll let it go off this. It's too tempting not to. I'm not going to dump the whole hand. Are we? No, surely not, right? Yeah. Silly me. Oh my goodness. If only I had a 2 cost that I pitched like an idiot. Let's go. 6 or 7 in life. How much Don do I need? I want to play out a second one, but I can actually Hody pick back up Hody, right? There's no cap to the cost. Like, I can just pick it back up. It's kind of crazy. It's actually so stupid. Right? Is that so stupid? He would never expect it. And that's why it's genius. No, I should just play out the Mihawk to play something out to get 2 swings with a Carrot. That leaves me 1 Don, 6 Don left. So this leaves me 3 Don left. I could swing a little bit higher at like the board state. Yeah, we'll just go 7. Swing at life. I don't think I care too much about the void state actually. Okay. Let's go here, deploy nothing. Go 7, go boom, bam. Yeah, I don't know why I went so crazy trying to save the Cavendish. I don't know why. I was expecting him to play something else out. He takes, and then let's go big swing. Keep one of the Zoros rested. Hopefully he takes this. Oh, that sets us up really well for Hody next turn, if he's going to rely off of like a Gum Gum Giant. He's got 2 swings, 8 Dawn. Yeah, definitely not how you should play that, right? I got too greedy with that. The Frankie coming out. Honestly, at this point, that's like 1k counter that you would probably want to just keep in your hand. I'm talking about keeping a counter in my hand after I dumped so many cards for no reason. But yeah, if we can just drop a Hody, rest his Don or a blocker, and just go in for it. I mean, we'll be at 10 Don, right? Yeah. So we can swing 10 with Hody, 5 of life. 6. I mean, we're just gonna be going for game anyway, right? What if he gets greedy with what he wants to play out? He wants to establish a blocker and leave Don open for you know. I mean, I got counter still if we're gonna just go for game next turn. Because we can technically oh, he Lunas me. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Fair enough. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go for game with the blocker, right? And we'll just go 11 with Hody, 5 of life. GG. That, yeah. I didn't expect the Luna. I was expecting like 2 blockers or like a blocker leave some open for, you know, so that's why I was kind of protecting the carrot. After, you know, dumping so much to protect the Cavendish that I really shouldn't have, right? But yeah, our life wasn't the best. Just a brick and 1, and then it was another brick from Cavendish too, right? Yeah. We got Robin. So maybe the fact that we have so much card draw means that we won't worry too much about losing the banish swings, right? We are going first. No Bucking, but VV on 3 Dawn does actually work, right? I think we do keep just for that. Because again, we want as much card draw as possible. We have actually only 2Ks. Never mind, my tunnel vision mind. We just drew another 2K. Yeah, we gotta rely on VV. Getting us some good cards to play out. At least we have Mihawk, so we get like Cavendish. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good, actually. And again, we have every 2K in our deck, almost. He doesn't know how defended I really am. Let's see, 4 Dawn. Maybe just a 5K Basil Hawkins. If he just swings 9, then, you know, we'll probably... Okay, yeah. That was my less preferred swing, I guess. We could dump hand to save, but I don't think there's a point. Veggie, was he really lost? A Bucking would have been nice, but, you know. We're going to Mihawk into Cavendish. Do I want to pick back up? Yeah, the VV. We'll resend that. It's again, it's a fortunate like trade-off, right? He could get a trigger out of life that pops my Cavendish. He could just defend his life. Yeah. Okay. But then if I don't, then he can swing at the Cavendish. But then maybe that's better because again, he's a 6K stat line, so that's more Dawn, and most likely a 6 cost Robin comes out and then a 6K swing at life, I would say. But right now we have so much counter. It's actually kind of crazy. Yeah. Maybe I take this then. No, because I can defend it for a better... It gets rid of a counter. Yeah. We would lose a life either way. And... Oh, the Zoro. Okay, again, that's not as bad, I'd say. Because we can get out of it. Let's see. Do I just go aggressive and attach a Don here? Because there's not like a body that I really want to play out. I could, you know, I want to use the Vivi, but I can't. I'd have to dump 2 Vivi. Oh, come on. No. No. At least he doesn't get the draw. Unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah. We'll go 7. Bounce Mihawk back to hand. Is anyone else slash besides Mihawk in here right now? Oof, Frankie. So I'll play out a Mihawk. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's, you know, things are gonna come out of life, and I've stopped using the Zoro in my 10 cost. Is it ace? Go 1. Go 2, 2. I've stopped using the Zoro and yeah, we're dead. Well, not dead. No, it's not horrible. Let's go here. Let's go 2 Don. We could win. Let's get our dead cards. It hurts to get rid of the Hody, but we kind of need it. We're pretty much dead. We'll go 7. Bounce Vivi back, restand Mihawk. We just have to hope that this last card is not a KO trigger, and then also this swing goes through. No. Oh, he draws a card. Okay, not as bad for us. We'll go here. Trash 2 1K since we don't have any other bricks. Yeah, no bricks. 9. See this, or like if he has the Hawkins, he has to trash the Hawkins. Okay. So do we win off of just 1 KO? But then we don't have any way to get rid of 1 life. We might just be able to swing 15 in the Kaido Linlin and then put them in a really awkward position where we can win off of. Yeah, that you know, losing the Cavendish off of that swing kind of ruined us. 9 life. We'll go 2, 2, 1. Okay. 5. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah. Unless he top decked a Hawkins. He still has 1. Oh, dare she? Oh, but then you can't play a Hawkins out. 2 of those guys. Okay. We've already swung with leader, so you won't be able to ramp back up. 10, we kind of have to, and then we're gonna be at 1 life. Yeah, I think we're just dead. No effect. Oh wow, wait, what? Why not? Because now we just swing 15. That was, wait, so hold on. If he did use effect, we would be at 1 life. We would take 1 hit and then we go down to 0, right? Because it trashes the other. Yeah, so we would have to block her up. We know he has these 2. He picks up a Frankie, so all we do is we block her. No, Frankie would be his life, right? And then I think Bonnie's right under it, or Clover. Or a 9 mom, which either way doesn't help him the following turn. So to rest a blocker. So we play out a blocker. We can counter out of his leader swing and block out the other one, hit his life, but then he gets a Frankie from life. But we get a Hody. So we just swing 8 at life and then hope the 8 from the Hody gets there, because we know he has 2 1Ks. Right? I think we would still win. Yeah, because Frankie would be his life healed from this. And if he draws into a 9 mom, which I think is under, then he doesn't have counter to get out of an AK swing. So I think we win with a Hody. But those are some games. Again, like I always say, temper your expectations. It's not super meta leader, but very fun. New support. There's a ton of different ways to build it. Like I pointed out, I have another video on a much different list that doesn't really use these 7 warlords. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use the boa really. So maybe running like the 4-drop Gekimoria that just gets back a 7 warlords has more value. You know, I think there's just better cards that we want to target to have out on board, right? Obviously, Carrot still wins us so many matches. So finding the Vivi and Weevil, also just like having all that card draw helps us find the pieces that aren't searchable. You know, I think this deck just really misses Jinbei. Like if we had Jinbei still in this deck with the Vivi, oh man, I think it'd be crazy. I think it'd be crazy. It'd be a lot of aggression and a lot of card draw. It'd be super cool. But, you know, still is what it is. Still a fun deck. Unfortunately, we just kind of lose to 8-drop Kid, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Right. Again, temper your expectations. Not saying that Zoro Sanji is going to win you like a regional, but definitely a fun deck to check out at locals. Like a lot of other decks are getting more love and support with EB02. So yeah, let me know what you think of the list. Anything would change or do differently, leave it in the comments. Of course, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.